That's good that you can see that all the way there.
I know.
I'm impressed.
I know.
Anyways, let's move on.
We're moving on.
Okay.
We're doing our
Ignore
third
the
quarter
beeping.
check-in, and it is like I said, I love doing it. As part of my prep for the show, I went back and listened to the first two of this year, just to kind of like, it was cool to go back and hear like what January Tina said and what April Tina said, and just it felt good to like do. That was a good reflection this morning as well. So this is not a. I wasn't expecting you to do that. Josh is looking like he did something wrong by
I'm
not.
not
I
a
did
star
not do
student
that.
like Tina, apparently.
That's just part of my.
Oh, that's awesome.
Part of my mental stuff, and so it was cool to go back and listen to all of us talk about beginning of the year. We were talking about we were excited about second quarter. We were talking about things that went well. So it feels good to be here and just get to do this again.
So let's get after it.
Okay, Jeff, kick us off.
Biggest wins of the second quarter. For me, I'll do personal and professional. We'll go that route. Personally, probably the KD82 was my biggest win. Did it with 3 people instead of 6. I've done this race a handful of times with 6 people. This was the first time I'd ever done it with 3. So getting through 28 miles in one day was a personal best record for me for miles in one day. So that would be my biggest personal win. And professionally with Pulse, I have to give it to the Sedona trip. Would be my win for the gym, because it was an amazing trip. Sedona exceeded my expectations and just had an awesome time. So those are my 2 biggest wins from second quarter.
Okay, I'll kick us off next. I didn't know we were going to do professional. So
You don't
I
have to
think
do
of one.
professional.
I'm not doing professional.
Okay. Personal win for the second quarter. I just feel like a lot of great things happened for me personally in the second quarter, and so it's going to be hard for me to narrow this down. I know that's a shock to anybody listening, but I'm going to put it down to one thing that I know has been key in helping me. And these guys made fun of me yesterday because they said I don't know what 5 a.m. looks like. And that's true. I don't, because I don't have to get up at 5 a.m. And I appreciate that they I appreciate they are here at 5 a.m. How about that? I appreciate that they are here and that I don't have to be. But I had made a solid effort in this probably started somewhere in the second quarter, not exactly April 1st, but I did start setting my alarm earlier. And how it came about was I kept pushing my wake up time. Like I knew what time I should get up, and I just kept pushing it like to the now you gotta get up.
Yeah.
And I've been working on my phone-free morning, and so it kind of all like has come together like in a really cool way, because it's like, okay, I had the phone taken care of, but then I was just like, oh, I could just kind of lay there. I wasn't doing anything on my phone, but I would just kind of push it till the last second, and then I decided like no more. I actually don't even have to set an alarm. I just have a wake-up time that I adhere to. It is
What
not
is this
5 a.m.
time?
So it falls anywhere. So this morning it was 5:50.
Oh.
It's sometimes 6:20 is the
cutoff?
latest.
Okay.
6:20 is the latest. And so I've been doing that for at least a couple months now, and so again, it's just all in an effort to help my morning run smoother, and it's working. So I love that. And then also with the heat, like today, I was able to get a run in this morning, and that felt really good, because if you're not a morning person, I know you did your sunrise picture last week in Arizona, and I was like, it's true what you said. Like there's certain things that, you don't get to see unless you get up in the morning to go do it. And so it's just been really good for me to do that. And I found that I have a lot more creative energy in the morning. So it's just been good. So that's something I've been working on, and I'm excited about continuing to do. And it was really important that I think the reason the first quarter I didn't do it is because it was still dark in the mornings. Yeah. So I think me starting this habit when I did is going to help me when November rolls around and it's
pitch black.
Those dark mornings are challenging.
Yes. So I'm not there yet, but I'm doing good here. So I'm excited.
Good.
Awesome. Well, I have a personal win and then a personal family win. So my personal win is I set forth a pretty aggressive plan for races and training this year, and I can't think of another time that I've ever been this consistent. And at the same time, listening to my body and taking rest when needed and sticking with the plan, but adjusting the plan as needed. I can't, in all the years that we've been doing this, I've never been this consistent. So that's the win there. And then with the family, we're just wrapping up another baseball, softball season, and it's been over a decade now, and I think we might be figuring this thing out with, getting to where we need to get, getting meals on the table, being consistent on that front too. The kids aren't all graduated yet, and we might be figuring this out.
Congratulations.
I said might. It's still a work in progress, but we're getting better.
That's good. Progress is good.
Yeah.
All right. What we got next?
Have your goals changed since the beginning of 2026?
Well, you're looking at me. Should I go
I don't know.
first?
Does anybody-
Mine have. I don't know. I was just talking to my mom a little bit ago on the phone, and she asked me what the deal was with all these things that my goals have changed. And I think it started, correct me if I'm wrong, but this whole Pikes Peak thing started, did it start when we were on our workaway last October, where we had the first idea of this?
We had it written down on this calendar before then, or at that point we wrote it down. So,
Okay, so
yes.
I was thinking that's when it started, and at the time we thought that was a crazy idea, and now I've added several more.
Crazier.
Call them crazy. I don't know if it's midlife crisis. I don't know what it is, but my goals have changed, and I'm excited about it. I'm eager to continue. I mean, I've had 2 races so far. It's just the beginning. It's just getting warmed up. But my goals have changed, and I'm here for it. I'm ready to go.
Tina, have yours changed?
Yeah, I'd like to think they're always changing a little bit. Mine took a major change when tired of talking about it. I had to take a little break from running. Hurt my knee in the gym. Nothing major, but I had to take a rest from doing something that I really enjoyed. And at the time when it was happening, I didn't realize how much being able to the ability to run really helped me mentally. Like, it was something that I really truly valued as just part of mental health, like not just the physical part, but just for my mind. And while I enjoyed walking, when I was able to incorporate running back into my routine, I noticed just this major shift in just how I felt. And it was really cool. So at the beginning of the year, it was more like, okay, I want to do all these events. Well, actually, some of the events didn't even get to happen at the beginning of the year because I wasn't able to do them. I wasn't able to do a couple races I had planned to do. And so that feeling obviously didn't feel good. And so now the only thing that's changed is, like, I feel really good about my ability to, like, pivot and to make sure that I kept the things on board that I could control, and that, and that in itself changed the initial goal from the beginning of the year of, like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this, to, hey, actually we need to adjust, and it's all working out and everything is great. So, just changed from doing the things that I thought I was going to do into just some different stuff, but all in a good way.
Good. For me personally, can't really think of much change as far as, like, on my physical activities that I want to be doing. I'm on track to get the Tour de Donut in here in not in a couple weeks, next week.
Next week.
Next Saturday.
Gonna crush those donuts as I ride.
I bet they're going to taste really good. It's only going to be like 99
88.
degrees. I'm just
88
kidding.
degrees, yeah.
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're surprisingly good donuts.
They are good donuts.
They're very dense and cakey. So
You'll probably have a big glass of milk.
I wish I could. Maybe I should pack a glass of milk on my bike. But keeping it cold would be the real problem. But anyways, hope last year I only got 4 donuts. Maybe I get 5 in this year.
How many seconds?
You get 5
5
minutes
minutes
off per
Okay.
donut that you eat. I'm not going to be one of the crazies that's smashing them together and eating 6 at a time. But I'm going to enjoy a few, maybe 2 at each stop. But anyways, that's on track. The Pikes Peak is coming up. cowbell half marathon, all those things that I had planned are still in the plans.
Okay.
So, and body's feeling good. My heel, which I was fingers crossed once I got through this KD82 and once I started biking, my heel was going to heal up. And
it's
as
healed.
of
It's
yesterday,
healed.
I did like a sudden burst and I was like, shit, that's for the first time I haven't felt anything in like 2 or 3 months. So that was a huge win.
All right. What are we doing next?
Now we need to think about the next 90 days with
Okay.
these and what needs your attention over the next 90 days. So,
Is it my turn to go first?
Sure.
All right.
Tina.
So we are doing Pikes Peak in September. I think it's, what is it, the 19th,
We're,
18th?
what, 11 and a half weeks away?
I'm not sure on the
Who's
weeks.
counting?
Not that I'm counting.
Not that I'm counting. I'm not counting down. Yes, I am. I post an update every week. I'm on week 5 of training out of 16, so we're close. That has been going well, and that is really where my attention is going to be focused. The last major race that I trained for was in 2023 when we did a marathon. That was the last time I did a marathon. And that's the last time that I really was in a training plan that I was really focused on. And I feel like I should take out the word I feel. I'm in a zone where I am focused on training for this event. And the reason why is because it scares me a little bit. It's something totally different than I've ever done. It's going to involve some fears for me personally, just because of height and elevation unknowns. And so my focus is not just on my training, but on my nutrition, my sleep. Really want to show up my best that day, and it starts right now. So I'm, as the kids say, locked in.
Oh, good.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I don't want to be cooked.
Josh, what needs your attention?
Mine is along those lines, but my focus where it wanes is after an event. I will sometimes say, okay, that's over. Let's take a break. And then I don't get things going again. And then a week may go by, 2 weeks go by, a month goes by, and then all this training that I've put in disappears. Now, I have a couple of events during this quarter. So my focus will remain strong because I've got events going into the fourth quarter. But I want to have this continued focus to where one event, that training, you have the event, the training leads up to it, you go through it, then what's next? I need to stick with the what's next rather than falling backwards.
And because of your events, how they are lined up, I mean, that's...
And then this is going to lead into my last event in the fourth quarter, which then I need a what's next, because that I've realized that's important for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the what's next. That's why my ears are starting to look similar like I have the Tour de Donut. It's a 6 weeks of biking. It's only 6 weeks I'm going to bike the entire year, but I always know it's on the calendar every year. I'm going to do that. The cowbell is kind of becoming a constant. So having those things that are just always in there, and you'll probably figure out what those are, after you get through this
cycle.
gauntlet that you're going through, unless this is just the new normal.
Maybe it is. You turn 50 and
You ramp things up a little
yeah,
bit.
there you go.
And what needs my attention over the next 90 days is more on the professional end, and that is getting another coach hired for here. So, unfortunately, Gretchen's going to be pregnant, and she's
No, she is pregnant.
going to be having a baby. Not going to be pregnant. She's having a baby.
She's having a baby in the fourth quarter.
And she's leaving, and we need another coach to try and replace her time here. So, just kind of tell a little bit about what we're looking for in case anybody's listening. If anybody would be interested in coaching here, there is no special skill set required, no schooling or education requirement. The only thing is the personality is that we're looking for. If you have the personality to coach, you genuinely care about people, you're passionate about your health and wellness.
Can you get along with us?
Can you get along with us? Is really all the really requirements that we need. We can teach everything else that somebody needs to know. We can't teach people to be passionate and genuine and care. So if that fits your personality, you enjoy helping people, and it doesn't even have to be in the fitness space that you enjoy helping people. Like if you're just somebody who is always helping somebody, we can turn that into helping people with their health and wellness. So if that's you, or you have somebody like, oh man, so-and-so would be really good at this, let them know that we're looking, or let us know and we'll reach out, because finding the right people is way more important than what degree do you have when it comes to finding coaches that we're looking for. So that's what's going to require my attention over the next 90 days.
I like it.
So, and that wraps up
our
check-in, quarterly check-in. So for those of you who have check-ins coming, these are the questions that are coming your way.
Start thinking about it, and if you're following along, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's done every check-in since we've started.
Yeah.
But just a reminder, go through these questions on your own. And if you've never done something like this before, like I was talking about when we started, it's a cool process to go through, but it's one that can be easily skipped and ignored. And I will say the wins especially are the most important, because the wins help us build momentum, and it helps keep us moving forward, and it just sparks the what's next. Like you said, it sparks the what's next. So hopefully this is live or something, and
that's a wrap.
That's it. Bye. I don't even know. We'll hit finish. Just hit finish.